Hey warrior, wait, stop scrolling for a second. You feel that? That weird tension in your chest? Like something's moving, shifting behind the scenes? Oh yeah, it's real. Because something massive is about to hit your bank account. Not luck, not random, not magic, earned energy finally coming back home. But listen, because the second you look away, the moment might pass, and you'll be left wondering, what if that was my sign? Nah, we're not doing that today. This right here is the moment you lock in, you focus, you watch till the end. Because I'm about to break down the truth like no one else will. You've been working in silence, right? Pushing through days that drained you, nights that tested you, and now the universe is setting the stage for your comeback. It's not just numbers. It's a reflection of your grind, your patience, your control. This isn't just a video. It's a wake-up call, a mirror, a warning, a spark. So yeah, stay till the very end, because what's about to unfold, it's gonna flip the way you look at money, mindset, and yourself. Forever. Let's get loud, get real, and get ready. Because something incredible is about to happen in your bank account. And if you miss it, don't say I didn't warn you. It starts quiet, always does. The kind of quiet that makes you lean in. Something incredible is about to happen in your bank account, but you won't see it at first. It won't be loud or dramatic or painted in fireworks. Nah, it'll start like a whisper, a number shifting, a balance blinking, a signal that change is already here. And yet most people miss it. They scroll, they yawn, they sigh, they tell themselves, maybe later. Oh, later. The favorite word of those who never moved when it mattered. You see, every number in that account, every digit, it's not just money, it's a mirror. It reflects who you've been, how hard you've worked, how many times you chose silence over excuses. And right now that mirror is trembling because something's coming. A deposit not of luck, but of what's finally owed. Yeah, that's the thing. Owed, not gifted, not random. Earned through nights you stayed awake planning when others were busy pretending they didn't care. Through days when your energy ran low but your purpose didn't. Through moments when you felt invisible but kept showing up anyway. That's the real currency of progress. Consistency paid in silence. And now, it's about to cash out. You can almost feel it, can't you? That strange pressure in your chest when you check your balance and think, it's not enough yet, but something's shifting. That's not paranoia, that's awareness. The mind senses what the eyes can't. The soul hears the gears turning before the world does. Because when you move right with honesty, effort, and patience, the system itself begins to bend in your direction. Slowly, reluctantly, but inevitably. Here's the brutal truth. Most people won't be ready when it happens. They'll get what they asked for, and panic. They'll taste success and choke on it. Because they never built the discipline to hold what they prayed for. They wanted the money, not the mindset. The results, not the responsibility. The shine, not the structure. But you've been different, haven't you? You've been watching, waiting, calculating. Every choice was a chess move. Every no you said, every not yet you whispered was another brick in the foundation. People thought you were boring. But what they didn't see was that you were quietly becoming dangerous, not through rebellion, but through restraint, through the kind of patience that breaks patterns and rewires futures. And that's exactly why something incredible is about to happen in your bank account. Because money follows focus, and your focus has been terrifyingly precise. Still, here's the twist. It's not the number that's changing first. It's you. That's the part no one understands. The account doesn't grow because you stare at it. It grows because you evolve behind the screen. Your habits sharpen. Your perspective clears. Your respect for value multiplies. And suddenly, what once felt impossible begins to feel overdue. But don't celebrate yet. The test hasn't even started. When the balance rises, your mindset will be questioned. Will you protect it or waste it? Will you let comfort soften you or let purpose harden you even more? It's strange, isn't it? The richer your balance gets, the more it starts testing your balance inside. That person staring back from the screen, that's not just you anymore. It's a version of you shaped by patience, pressure, and persistence. But here's the catch. Money doesn't only reveal what you've earned, it reveals who you are. And oh wow, some people can't handle what they see. They think the moment numbers rise, peace arrives. Nah, that's not how it works. When that balance jumps, the noise begins. New faces appear, fake smiles line up. Every friend suddenly remembers your name. The same people who ignored your struggle now act like they supported your climb. Yeah, it's funny until it's not. Because wealth doesn't just attract people, it exposes motives. It separates the loyal from the curious, the silent supporters from the hidden watchers, the genuine from the greedy. And if you're not grounded, you'll drown in their attention faster than you ever swam through your struggle. So the question isn't whether something incredible is happening in your bank account. It is. The real question is, are you built strong enough to carry it? You see, before the increase comes the inspection. Life doesn't hand you growth, it hands you a mirror. It asks, have you learned control? Because without control, you'll spend what you should have saved. You'll chase what you should have guarded. You'll celebrate before you've secured. And here's the brutal part. Success doesn't change your character. It exposes it. If greed was hiding in you, it'll show. If laziness was sleeping inside you, it'll wake up the second comfort knocks on your door. That's why this moment matters so much. Because the real transformation isn't about adding zeros. It's about removing weaknesses. Oh, and here's something people never admit. Money tests silence. When you didn't have it, you were quiet because you had to be. But when you get it, will you stay quiet because you choose to be? That's the difference between maturity and ego. One protects what it has, the other spends just to be seen. Yeah, I know that stings. But truth always does. You've been through too much to let numbers rewrite your discipline. Remember, money is just paper until purpose gives it meaning. Every note, every coin, every digit, it's meant to serve your plan, not enslave your peace. So when that moment comes, when the alert flashes on your phone and the digits double, pause. Don't rush to spend, don't rush to show, just breathe. Because this is the part most people fail. The moment of excitement is where control either collapses or conquers. And trust me, people are watching. Not because they care about your money, but because they want to see if you'll lose your mind the way they lost theirs. Will you still walk the same? Talk the same? Respect time the same? Because when wealth enters, ego waits at the door, smiling. It whispers, "You've made it. Relax." But that's the trap. The moment you relax too much, everything you built starts sliding back down. More is never light. It carries a weight only the disciplined can lift. When that number rises, when your account starts breathing heavier, something else rises with it. Responsibility. You wanted more, right? Well, here it comes. But oh wow, no one told you that more comes with noise. Noise in your thoughts, noise in your plans, noise in your circle. Everyone wants a piece, and suddenly peace becomes expensive. Yeah, money looks simple on paper. Digits, decimals, commas. But behind those symbols hides a test most people fail. Can you hold power without losing peace? It's easy to stay humble when you're counting coins. Try staying calm when you're counting stacks. That's when the real weight starts pressing down. You'll feel it. The pressure to upgrade everything. Your phone, your car, your clothes. Society will whisper, "Show it, prove it." But nah, you don't need to prove what's already true. That urge to display wealth. It's not confidence, it's confusion. Because real power doesn't need to perform, it just is. And here's the truth most won't accept. Growth isn't about adding things, it's about removing weakness. The higher your balance climbs, the less you can afford to think small. Small thinking will shrink big blessings faster than any loss ever could. You must protect your focus the way others protect their gold. Oh, and beware. The moment you start managing wealth, time becomes your most fragile currency. Everyone wants it. Everyone drains it. People who once respected your silence will now test your limits. They'll say, "You've changed." Maybe you have. Maybe you finally stopped explaining yourself to those who never listened. That's part of the transformation. The moment more enters your life, it demands structure. Without it, you'll drown in comfort disguised as success. Because comfort, that soft, sneaky enemy, it smiles while it steals your drive. It tells you, you've done enough. But no, you haven't. The real journey begins after the deposit hits. Here's the thing. The world respects money, but it bows to discipline. Every person who built something lasting knew one rule: protect the root, not just the fruit. Don't waste your increase trying to look rich. Build foundations that outlive your excitement. Because excitement fades, systems stay. And yeah, people will question your choices. They'll mock your caution. They'll laugh when you don't rush to show off. Let them. You're not here to entertain. You're here to elevate. Your results will speak when their noise dies down. Oh, and one more thing. Don't let guilt trick you into sharing what others didn't earn. Help when it's right, not when it's loud. Because generosity without wisdom becomes destruction dressed as kindness. Remember, more money doesn't fix your habits. It multiplies them. If you were careless with a little, you'll be reckless with a lot. The numbers don't change the nature. They reveal it. So when you look at that balance again, that higher, heavier balance, ask yourself this: can I carry what I asked for without dropping who I am? Because that's the next challenge waiting behind the screen. Power doesn't ask if you're ready. It just arrives and watches what you do next. When the weight of more hits your shoulders, you realize something shocking. It's not the money that's heavy. It's what comes with it. The pressure, the decisions, the expectations. Oh, Everyone wants power until it knocks on their door and says, "Show me your balance," not the one in your bank, the one in your mind. Because here's the thing, money doesn't just expand your life, it magnifies your flaws. If you were careless, it'll expose it. If you were patient, it'll reward you. If you were greedy, it'll feed that greed until it eats your peace alive. The increase doesn't change who you are. It amplifies you. That's why only the disciplined can survive the climb. You'll start noticing the small details, the calls that come at strange hours, the smiles that don't reach the eyes, the advice that feels more like traps. People will start treating you like a machine that prints hope. They'll say, "You can help," but what they mean is, "You can carry my weight, and if you're not careful, you'll go broke trying to buy loyalty that never existed." Yeah, it's harsh, but that's the reality of power. It attracts shadows. Everyone loves a light they can stand next to, but real strength? It learns how to shine without burning out. It knows when to step back and when to strike forward. You'll learn this quickly. Silence becomes your best friend, not because you're hiding, but because you're observing. In silence, you hear the truth that noise tries to bury. You see intentions that smiles try to disguise. Not everyone clapping for you wants you to win. Some just want a front row seat to your fall. And here's where most people fail. They start managing wealth with emotion instead of wisdom. They chase approval, not strategy. They spend to impress instead of protect. They let excitement replace patience. Oh, and when emotion drives the account, disaster doesn't walk, it runs. That's why you must master control, not just over money, but over yourself. Power isn't about what you can take, it's about what you can resist. You don't need to prove you have it. You prove it by staying calm when others panic, by staying fair when others get greedy, by staying alert when others drift. Because real control doesn't come from locking your account. It comes from locking your impulses. Every temptation that whispers, "Just this once," is the enemy of growth, and every time you say no, your foundation thickens. That's how power should be handled, with discipline so sharp it cuts through confusion. But here's the twist. Once you master control, something deeper happens. You stop chasing approval and start building purpose. The world begins to respond differently. Opportunities align, people respect your quiet, and slowly your balance, both in numbers and in mindset, becomes something stable. Yet stability comes with its own challenge, because when you finally get calm, something unexpected starts stirring inside you. When the noise dies down, the truth gets loud. That's the moment no one warns you about. When the money's stable, the pressure's calm, and you finally stop chasing. Oh wow, the silence feels strange, doesn't it? After so long fighting, working, pushing, now it's quiet. No alarms, no chaos, just you and your thoughts. And that's when it hits you. The real test was never the climb, it's the calm. Because when life slows down, that's when your mind starts speaking louder. It asks the questions you avoided while running. Why did you want more? Who are you without the chase? What does wealth mean if peace disappears the moment you touch it? Most people don't make it through that silence. They crave noise. They need distractions to feel alive. They start new fights, new goals, new comparisons, just to avoid looking in the mirror. But nah, not you. You've come too far for that. This silence, it's not emptiness, it's clarity. The kind that strips away illusions and leaves you standing face to face with purpose. And purpose. Oh, it's sharp. It cuts through lies gently but deeply. It reminds you that money was never the final goal. It was the mirror that showed what kind of person you were becoming. It wasn't the treasure, it was the test. Here's the truth. Real success isn't stacking more. It's staying balanced when you already have enough. It's not losing yourself while keeping what you earned. Because wealth is loud, but wisdom whispers. And if you stop listening to that whisper, you'll find yourself surrounded by everything you wanted, yet starving for peace. Oh, and peace. It doesn't come from luxury. It comes from order, from knowing your limits, from keeping your intentions clean when no one's watching. Because money can fill your hands, but only discipline can fill your heart with calm. You've seen it before. People who win fast, but fade faster. They thought the goal was the number, but numbers without direction are just noise. The real reward was never the balance in the bank. It was the balance in the soul. The ability to stay kind in power, patient in gain, and calm in growth. Yeah, it's strange. You thought the fight ended when you got what you wanted, but now you see it clearly. The fight was never for the money. It was for mastery. Mastery over impulse. Mastery over ego. Mastery over yourself. So stand there. Look at that account. Look at that reflection. You earned it. Not just the increase, but the strength to handle it. Most people wait for miracles. You built one through discipline, step by step, day by day. And now the reward is here. Not flashing, not loud, but steady. This is what real wealth looks like. Quiet, grounded, and earned. The kind that doesn't need to be announced because it's already understood. But wait, this story isn't over yet, because now that you've mastered the balance, something even greater is forming behind the scenes. And there it is, the moment you've been feeling in your gut all along. The shift, the click, the sign. It's not coming someday, it's already unfolding right beneath your fingertips. Oh, crazy, isn't it? One day you're checking that empty balance like it's mocking you. And the next, you're watching numbers rise like they were always meant to. But remember this, the real growth isn't in the digits, it's in you. The one who stayed patient, the one who stayed focused, the one who didn't quit when quitting looked easier. So yeah, take a breath, look at that balance again, and smile. Because that's not just money, that's proof. Proof that silence pays. Proof that effort compounds. Proof that discipline always cashes out. But hey, don't vanish now. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. Tell me if you felt that energy, that pulse, that awakening. Because your voice, your presence, it fuels this entire journey. You're not watching this by accident. Nah, you're part of this story now. A story of people who refused to give up, who stayed patient when everyone else played desperate. So as this video fades, promise yourself this when that something incredible hits your account. Don't lose your balance chasing more. Stay grounded, stay sharp, keep moving with purpose, Because the next chapter, oh, it's coming. And it's bigger than numbers. All right. Take that deep breath again. Yeah. Feel that power